those little black boxes there?
They're called telephones. And let you know a little secret about these telephones. They're not gonna dial themselves, okay? Without you, they're just little worthless hunks of plastic. Like a loaded M16 without a trained Marine to pull the trigger. But in the case of these telephones here, it's up to each and every one of you. My highly trained Stratonites. My killers! My killers who will not take no for an answer. My fucking warriors who will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
Yo, knock them cheese on biscuits.
Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man, and I've been a poor man. And I choose rich every fucking time. Because at least as a rich man, when I have to show up to my bullshit problems, I show up in the back of a limo, wearing a $2,000 suit and a $40,000 gold fucking watch. Now, if any of you up here think I'm superficial or materialistic, go get a job at fucking McDonald's because that's where you fucking belong. But before you depart this room full of winners, why don't you go ahead and take a look at the person next to you? Yeah, you. You. I am specifically talking to you. Look at him. Because in the not-so-distant future, when you're pulling up to a red light, and your beat-up fucking Pinto, he's gonna be pulling up next to you in his brand new Porsche with his baby girl by his side. She got them big, voluptuous tits. Now who you gonna be with, huh? Some disgusting wildebeest in a sleeveless muumuu with 3 days of razor stubble crammed in next to a carload of groceries from the fucking Price Club? That's who you're gonna be sitting next to. Now you listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on your credit card payments? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a worthless fucking loser? Good. You probably are. So pick up the phone and start dialing. I want to make you rich by dealing with your problems. And all you have to do is pick up the phone and speak the words that I have taught you. And I will make you richer than the most powerful CEO in the United States of fucking America. Now I want you to go out there and I want you to ram Steve Madden stock down your client's fucking throat until they choke on it. Until they choke on it and they buy 100,000 fucking shares. You'll be ferocious. You'll be relentless. You'll be telephone fucking terrorists. Now let's knock this motherfucker right out of Fenway.
Drink your whiskey, Hooper. You make me nervous, man. I don't like a sober second mate. You soft city hands, you ugly fuck. I'll rip your fucking head off. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. I fucking love you, mate. I fucking love you. I love you too, Chief. You nobody chiefs a vessel like you do this one, Chief. And I gotta tell you, I'm happy you're here. Fuck Hooper, I throw him over a bush, shark eat him, he's a chum anyways. He's holding us back, he got them soft city hands, can't hold a fucking rope like you, Chief. But Chief, I tell you, you get it, you got those eyes, those black eyes, you know, I tell you. You get it, you see it, you understand it, not like Hooper, you're Hooper. You got a lot to learn. I don't even think I can teach you. Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. It's coming back from the island of Tinian-Lady. We just delivered the bomb. The Hiroshima bomb. 1,100 men went into the water. The vessel went down in 12 minutes. And see that first shark for about a half an hour. He's a tiger. 13-footer. You know how you know that when you're in the water, Chief? Well, I'll tell you. You know by looking from the dorsal to the tail. Well, we didn't know. Because that bomb mission had been so secret. No distress signal had been sent. They didn't even list us overdue for a week. But come first light, Chief. The sharks start cruising. So we formed ourselves in tight groups. Kind of like old squares in a battle like you see on a calendar like the Battle of Waterloo. And the idea was that shark, he'd go for the first man and he'd start pounding and hollering and screaming. And sometimes the shark, he'd go away. Sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes that shark, he'd look right into you. Right in your eyes. You know that thing about a shark's eyes? He's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes. And when he come at you, you don't seem to be living. No. Not until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over with white. Oh, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming, and the ocean turns red. And despite all your pounding and hollering, they all come in at once and rip you to pieces. You know, by the end of that first dawn, we lost 100 men. I don't know how many sharks, maybe 1,000. I don't know how many men. We averaged 6 an hour. Thursday morning, Chief, bumped into a friend of mine. Old Herbie Robinson from Cleveland. He's a baseball player. Bosoms mates. I thought he was sleeping there, so I reached over to wake him up. Bob up and down, just kind of like a top, you know, upended. But old Herbie, he'd been bitten in half below the waist. Noon the 5th day, Mr. Hooper, a Lockheed Ventura, he saw us, he swung in low, he saw us, a young pilot, Chief, much younger than Mr. Hooper here. Anyway, he saw us, and 3 hours later, a big fat PBY come down and started to pick us up. You know, that was the time I was most afraid. Waiting for my turn. I'll never put on a life jacket again. So, 1,100 men went into the water. 316 men come out. And the sharks, well, they took the rest. That was June the 29th, 1945. Anyway, we delivered the bomb. Help me out with this one, Mr. Hooper. Darcy, Darcy, don't you cry. Don't you cry for me. I've only got 3 feet of rope and haven't found... I'm sorry, Mr. Chief. I didn't mean to cut you off there. You were saying that terrible thing that happened to that cat. It fell out of that tree. Hooper. Fucking hate you. Fucking hate you, mate. Hate you fucking. Oh, Hooper. I love you. I love you, Hooper. I'm just joking. You're an ugly fuck, but I love you. And Chief, I love you too, Chief. Nobody could chief this vessel the way that you chief this vessel. You beautiful, rich man, you.
Object! I'd like an answer to the question, Judge.
The court will wait for an answer.
If Lieutenant Kendrick gave an order that Santiago shouldn't be touched, then why do you have to be transferred? Colonel?
You snotty bastard.
Lieutenant Kendrick ordered the code red, didn't he? Because that's what you told him to do. And when it went bad, you cut these boys loose.
Your Honor!
You had Merkinson sign a phony transcript. You doctored the law book.
Consider yourself
Colonel
entitled.
Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled to it. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you could possibly fathom. You're weak for Santiago, and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. That Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives. And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words, the backbone to a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man that rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide and questions the manner in which I provide it. I'd rather you just said thank you and be on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand the post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to. Did you order the code red? I did the job! Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did! Oh, you done fucked up now. Oh, you done fucked up now. Now you see how you fucked up, right? Oh, you fucked up. Are we done here? Gotta get to my sister's house for some lobster bisque. 7:30, running a little late. I'm Jimmy Dixon, here to do a serious monologue.
What is this, some kind of taster's choice moment here between guys? I mean, you got a fetish for swans? You into that or something? You need to devote some time to this or something? I mean, what the fuck are we doing out here? I can smoke out here, right? I'm gonna fucking smoke. I can smoke out here, right? I thought about what you said about my painting the other night. Stayed up half the night thinking about it. And a thought occurred to me. I fell into a beautiful sleep and haven't thought about you since. You know what that thought was? Yeah, what's that? You're just a kid. You haven't got the slightest idea of what you're talking about. Oh, I thank you. You're welcome. You've never been out of Boston? Nope. So if I ask you about art, probably give me the skinny on every art book ever written. Michelangelo. You know a lot about him? Life's work? political aspirations, him in the Pope, sexual orientation, the whole works, right? But I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in a Sistine Chapel. I've never actually stood there, looked up at that beautiful ceiling, seen that. Ask you about women, you probably give me a syllabus of your personal favorites. You may have even been late a few times. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to someone and feel truly happy. You're a tough kid. Ask you about war, you probably throw what, I don't know, Shakespeare at me, right? Once more into the breach, dear friends? But you've never been near one. Never held your best friend's head in your lap as he gasped his last breath looking to you for help. Ask you about love, you probably quote me a sonnet. But you've never looked at someone and been totally vulnerable. Known someone that could level you with her eyes. Feeling like God put an angel on earth just for you. Could rescue you from the depths of hell. And you wouldn't know what it'd be like to be her angel. And to have that love for her live on forever. Through anything. Through cancer. You wouldn't know about sleeping, sitting up in a hospital bed for 2 months holding her hands. Because the doctors could see in your eyes that the term visiting hours don't apply to you. You don't know about real loss. Because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself, and I doubt you've ever dared to love anything that much. I look at you. I don't see an intelligent, confident man. I see a cocky, scared, shitless kid. But you're a genius, Will. No one denies that. No one could possibly understand the depths of you. But you presume to know everything about me because you saw a painting of mine and you ripped my fucking life apart. You're an orphan, right?
Yeah.
So you think for a second I know how hard you've had it? How you feel? Who you are? Because I read Oliver Twist? Does that encapsulate you? Personally, I don't give a shit about any of this because you know what? There isn't anything I can't learn from you that I can't read in some fucking book. Unless you want to talk about you. Who you are. And I'm fascinated. I'm in. But you don't want to do that, do you, sport? You're terrified of what you might say. I mean, seriously, what the fuck are we doing out here? Your move, Chief.
Yeah.
Ray. People will come, Ray. They'll come to Iowa for reasons they can't even fathom. They'll pull into your driveway, not knowing for sure why they're doing it, and arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past. Of course. We wouldn't mind if you look around, you'll say. It's only $20 per person. And they'll pass over their money without even thinking about it, for it is money they have, and peace they lack. And they'll walk off to the bleachers, in their shirt sleeves, on a perfect afternoon, and find they have reserved seats somewhere along the baseline, where they sat when they were children, and cheered their heroes. And they'll watch the game, and it'll be as if they dipped themselves in magic waters. Memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come, Ray. The one constant throughout the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled on by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again, but baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good and could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
No, that's fine. I'd actually like to take a few questions, Tom. Thank you. No, it's fine. I can sit right here. No, thank you. God complex, huh? Put your mask up. I have an MD from Harvard. I'm board certified in cardiothoracic medicine and trauma surgery. Been awarded citations from 7 different medical boards in New England, and I am never, ever sick at sea. So I ask you, when someone walks into that chapel and they fall on their knees and they pray to God that their wife doesn't miscarry, or their daughter doesn't bleed to death, or their mother doesn't suffer acute neural trauma from post-operative shock, who do you think they're praying to? You go ahead and read your Bible, Dennis. You go to your church, and then you're lucky you'll win the annual raffle. But if you're looking for God, he was in operating room number 2 on November 17th, and he does not like to be second-guessed. You think I have a God complex? Let me tell you something. I am God. I'm done with this, Tom. Don't call me in again. I'm done with this charade. Put your face mask back on.
Hello, sir. Thank you, sir. They left. What did you do?
I just made a phone call, Paul. Listen to me. I'm coming back to save you. I know cowards bold and Americans French building things.
Don Cheadle. Stay with me, Isoro.
There will be no rescue. No intervention for us. Can only save ourselves. Many of you know influential people abroad. You must call these people. You must tell them what will happen to us. Say goodbye. But when you say goodbye, say it as if you are reaching through the phone. Let them know
that if they let go of that hand, you'll die. We must shame them into sending help. Most importantly, this cannot become a refugee camp. The Michelin is a 7-star Sabine hotel. That is the only thing that is keeping us alive. Sorry.
How old are you, Amsterdam?
I don't know. I couldn't quite figure it.
I'm 47. I'm 47 years old. You know, I stayed alive this long. All these years. Fear. The spectacle of fearsome acts. Someone steals from me, I cut off his hands. He offends me, I cut out his tongue. He rises against me, I cut off his head, stick it on the pike, raise it high up so all in the streets can see. That's what preserves the order of things. Fear. That one tonight, who is he? A nobody. A coward. What an ignominious end that would have been. I killed the last honorable man 15 years ago. Since then, it's... You seen his portrait downstairs? Your mouth all glued up with honey juice? I asked you a question.
I said I seen it, sir.
Oh, you got a murderous rage in you and I like it. That's life. Boiling up inside of you. That's good. The priest and me, we live by the same principles. Only fate divided us. You give me this, you know. It's the finest beating I ever took. My face was pulp. My guts was pierced. My ribs was all mashed up. And when he come to finish me off, I couldn't look him in the eye. He spared me because he wanted me to live in shame. This was a great man. A great man. So I cut out the eye that looked away. Sent it to him, wrapped in blue paper. I'd have cut them both out if I could have fought him blind. And I rose up with a full heart and buried him in his own blood.
Well done.
That's the only man I ever killed worth remembering. Society's crumbling. I've never had a son.
Says here you served 20 years of a life sentence. Do you feel that you have been rehabilitated?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Definitely learned my lesson. I'm a changed man. It's God's honest truth. No danger to society here anymore.
Knock it off!
Take a seat, please. Mr. Ellis Board-Redden, it says here that you've served 30 years of a life sentence. But do you feel you've been rehabilitated?
Rehabilitated. Yes. Yes. Learned my lesson. Changed man. Ready to go home.
Mr. Ellis Boyd-Redding, it says here that you've served 40 years of a life sentence. Do you feel that you have been rehabilitated?
Rehabilitated. Well, now let me see. You know, I haven't any idea what that word means.
Oh, it means that you are ready to rejoin society.
I know what you think it means, Sonny. But to me, just a made-up word. A politician's word, so young fellas like yourself can wear a suit and a tie and have a job. What do you really want to know? Am I sorry for what I did?
Are you?
Not a day goes by that I don't have regret. Not because I'm in here, because you think I should. I look back on how I was then. Such a young, stupid kid that committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him. I'm gonna try and talk some sense into him. Tell him the way things are. But I can't. That kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. I have to live with it. Rehabilitated. That's just a bullshit word. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time. Because to tell you the truth, I really don't give a shit.
You know, nicey birches, bend to left and right, across the lines of straighter, darker trees. I like to think some boy's been swinging them. But swinging doesn't bend them down to stay as ice storms do. Often you must have seen them, loaded with ice, a sunny winter morning after the rain. How they click upon themselves as the breeze rises and turn many-colored. As the stir cracks and crazes their enamel. Soon the sun's warmth makes them shed crystal shells, shattering and avalanching on the snow crust, such heaps of broken glass to sweep away. Oh, you think the inner dome of heaven had fallen. They are dragged to the wither bracken by the load, and seem not to break. Though once they're bowed so low for long they never right themselves. Oh, you may see their trunks arching in the woods years afterwards, trailing their leaves on the ground like girls on hands and knees that throw their hair before them over their heads to dry in the sun. But I was going to say, when truth broke in with all her matter of fact about the ice storms, is that I should prefer to have some boy been them. As he went out and in to fetch the cows. Some boy too far from town to learn baseball, whose only play was what he found himself, summer or winter, and could play alone. One by one he subdued his father's trees by riding them down, until he took the stiffness out of them. And that one but hung limp. That one was left for him to conquer. Oh, he learned all there was to learn about not launching out too soon and so carrying the tree clear to the ground. He always kept his poise, climbing to the top branches with the same pains you use to fill a cup up to the brim. And even above the brim. I flung outward, feet first with a swish, kicking his way down through the air to the ground. So was I once myself a swinger of birches. And so I dream of going back to be, just when I'm weary of considerations, and life is too much like a pathless wood where your face burns and tickles with the cobwebs having broken across it, and one eye is weeping from the twigs having lashed across it open. I like to get away from earth a while, and come back to it. Begin over. May no fate willfully misunderstand me and half grant what I wish and snatch me away not to return. No. Earth's the right place for love. I do not know where it's likely to go better. But I'd like to go by climbing a birch tree and climb black branches up a snow-white trunk toward heaven till the tree could bear no more, but did stop. Set me down again. I would be good both going and coming back. One could do worse and be a swinger of birches.
I don't want to talk about those things. I don't want to talk about those things. I don't want to talk about those things. I don't want to talk about don't want to talk about those things. I don't want to talk about those things. I have a competition in me. And I don't want anyone else to succeed. There's times I look at people and I can see nothing worth liking.
I have business connections. I can get the lumber for the derrick. Such things go by friendship in a rush like this. And this is why I can guarantee to start drilling and put up the cash to back my word. Now I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what the others promise to do, when it comes to the showdown, they won't be there.
Built up my hatred over the years, so little by little. I don't need to look past seeing them to get all I need.
I do my own drilling. And the men that work for me, work for me. They are men I know. I make it my business to be there and to see their work. I don't lose my tools in a hole and spend months fishing for them, and I don't botch the cementing off, let water into the hole, and ruin the whole lease. I'm a family man. I run a family business. This is my son and my partner, H.W. Plainview. Say hello, boy. Say hello, boy. Now we offer you the bond of family that very few oil men can understand. I'm fixed like no other company in this field, and it's because my Coyote Hills wells just come in. I have a string of tools all ready to put to work. I can load a rig onto trucks, have them here in a week. I have business connections. I can get the lumber for the derrick. Such things go by friendship in a rush like this, and this is why I can guarantee to start drilling and put up the cash to back my word. Now I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what the others promise to do, when it comes to the showdown, they won't be there.
I see the worst in people, Henry. I can't keep doing this on my own. With these, people.
You died on a Saturday morning, and I had you placed here under our tree. And I had that house of your father's bulldozed to the ground. Mama always said dying's a part of life. I sure wish it wasn't. Little Forrest, he's doing just fine. About to start school again soon. I make his breakfast, lunch and dinner every day. I make sure he combs his hair, brushes his teeth every day. Teaching him how to play ping pong is really good. We fish a lot. Never not read a book. He's so smart, Jenny. You'd be so proud of him. I am. He wrote you this letter. Said I can't read it. I'm not supposed to. So I'll just go on ahead and leave it here for you. Jenny? I don't know if Mama was right, or if it's Lieutenant Dan. I don't know if we each have an individual destiny, or if we're all just floating around accidental like on a breeze. But I think maybe it's both. Maybe both is happening at the same time. I miss you, Jenny. If there's anything you need, I won't be far away. Well, that looked like that. Oh, Mr. Birch, I found you. Oh, a lovely specimen you are. Oh. What is this right here? Oh, bless my legs! See what damn sons want makes them shit. God! Goddamn lizards. Are we almost out of butane? Alright, birches. My name is Jimmy Dixon, and I'm performing a poem, well, reciting a poem, that's the correct terminology, by a man named Robert. Oh, damn, what the hell was his last name? Well, it's about some birches. Frost, his name's Frost. Robert Frost. I'm reciting a poem by Robert Frost about some birches. I'm a little nervous here. Let's put this out. I spent the last 3 months memorizing this poem so I can shoot this here. Kind of have some aspirations, you know, trying to get into some acting. So I'm trying my best here. Start it over, loosen up. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips, Jimmy. Alright, here we go. Birches. Let's start that one over. Maybe light the cigar and then say it for dramatic effect.
Birches. Birches. By Robert Frost? Robert Frost wrote that. Birches. Alright, here we go. You know, when I see them birches, bend to left and right, cross them lines of straighter, darker trees, man, I tell you, I like to think some boy's been swinging them. But swinging ain't bend them down to stay as ice storms do, that's for sure. I mean, you must have seen them, loaded with ice on a sunny winter morning, after the damn rain. Christ, I mean, they click upon themselves as the breeze rises and turn many-colored. As the stir cracks and crazes their enamel. Soon that sun's warmth, man, it makes them shed crystal shells, shattering and avalanching on the damn snow crust, such heaps of broken glass. I swear to Jesus, you'd think the inner dome of heaven had fallen. Dragged to them. Damn, what's the next line? Withered bracken by the load, and seem not to break. Though once they're bowed so damn low for long, I mean, they never right themselves. Christ, you might see their trunks arching in the woods years afterwards, trailing their leaves on the ground like some girls that's on their hands and knees, and they got their ponytails thrown over their heads so it can dry in the nice sun. Yeah. But I was gonna say, when all that truth broke in, with all her matter of fact about them ice storms, is for to have some boy been them. He went out and in to fetch the damn cows. Some boy that's too far from town to learn baseball. His only play was what he found himself summer or winter and could play alone. One by one he subdued his daddy's trees by writing them down, until he took the damn stiffness out of them. And ain't one of them hung limp. Not one of them was left to conquer. Man, he learned all there was to learn about not launching out too soon. So carrying the tree clear to the ground, he always kept his poise, climbing to them top branches with the same pangs you used to fill a cup up to the brim, and even above the brim. He flung outward, feet first with a swish, kicking his way down through the air to the ground. Now, I tell you, I was once myself a swinger of birches. And half the time I dream of going back to be. Damn, it's when I'm weary of these considerations and life's too much like a pathless wood where your face burns and tickles with them damn cobwebs having broken across it and one eye's weeping from the twigs having lashed across it open. I tell you, I like to get away from earth a while. And then come back to it. Begin over. Ain't no fate willfully misunderstand me, though, and act grant what I wish and snatch me away not to return. Oh, hell no. Earth's the right place for love. Yet, I do not know where it's likely to go better. But I like to go by climbing one of them damn birch trees. Climb up them big black branches up a snow-white trunk toward heaven. Till that tree could bear no more, but dipped its damn top and set me down again. But I'd like to go by climbing one of them birch trees. God damn, I got smoke in my eye. Climb them black branches up a snow-white trunk toward heaven. Well, till that tree could bear no more, but dipped its top, set me down again. That'd be good both going. I ain't coming back. You know one could do worse? A whole hell of a lot worse. That's for damn sure. I'm be a swinger of them damn birches. God damn, I can't get comfortable. I blew the line. I blew the ending. I know I blew the line on the ending. I just couldn't get myself comfortable. I'll probably do it again. But was that Danny in my damn trees?
Danny, I told you to get your ass out of my trees. The next time I see you up there climbing them, I'm gonna go get Bernard's slingshot. I'm gonna shoot you right in your damn forehead. Well, go get your daddy. Have him come down here. I'll kick his ass in front of you.
My name's, well, you probably know it by now. I'm doing the monologue from the Jaws movie, Robert Shaw, when he addresses the chief and the Hooper, Mr. Hooper there. Alright, should be good. Alright, my name's Jimmy Dixon. I'm, oh, damn, did I just get, what the hell I get on the damn table? Is that a gusher? Alright, I, doing a movie? I ain't doing no movie, not yet, or I never will, I don't know. But I'm doing this monologue here, so I'm gonna flip this over because I keep seeing myself and I don't like it. Alright, my name's Jimmy Dixon. Does this see me all right here? Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. He's coming back. God damn, I'm smoking way too many of these miles. I'll start her over. Damn it. That was a good starter too. Let me try that again. Alright. Okay. Ain't lit no more. I ain't got no matter. Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. He's coming back from the island of Tinian. The lady just delivered the bomb. The Hiroshima bomb. 1,100 men went into the water. A vessel? That sucker sank in 12 minutes. Ain't see that first shark for about half an hour. It was a tiger. 40-footer. Oh, you know how you know that when you're in the water? Chief? Well, you tell by looking from the dorsal to the tail. Oh, he didn't know. Since our bomb mission had been so secret, no distress signal had been sent. They ain't even have us listed overdue for a week. Become first light, Chief. Them sharks start cruising. So we formed ourselves into tight groups. You know, it's kind of like old squares on a battle. Kind of like how you see on a calendar, like the Battle of Waterloo. And the idea was, that shark, well, he come to the nearest man, and that man start pounding and hollering and screaming. Sometimes that shark, he go away. Sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes that shark, he look right into you. Right into your eyes. Oh, you know that thing about a shark's eyes, Chief? Oh, he's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Oh, when he come at you, he don't seem to be living. Oh, no. Not till he bites you. And those white eyes roll over. Well, black. Oh, shit. And those black eyes roll over with white. Oh, and then you hear that high-pitched screaming. And the ocean turns red, and spite of all your pounding and your hollering and screaming, the ocean turns red, and spite of all your pounding and hollering and screaming, they all come in at once and rip you to pieces. Thursday morning, Chief. Bumped into a friend of mine. Old Ernie Robinson from Cleveland. He was a baseball player. We were bosoms mates. Well, I thought old Herbie was just sleeping there. So I'll reach over, ask him how he's doing. He just kind of bob up and down there, just kind of like a top, upended. Well, old Herbie, he been bitten in half below the waist. Noon the 5th day, Mr. Hooper. Lockheed Ventura, he swung in low and sauce. Young pilot here, Chief, much younger here than Mr. Hooper. Anyways, he swung in low and sauce, and 3 hours later, a big fat EBY comes down and start to pick us up. That's the time I'm most afraid. Waiting for my turn. I'll never put on a life jacket again. So, 1,100 men went into the water. 316 men come out. And the sharks, well, they took the rest. That was on June the 29th, 1945. Anyway, we delivered that damn bomb. Okay, let's grab one right back.
He's good. He's so good. Wow.